Hey there, Adventure Logbook. Here coming to you today from Valmont Disc Golf Course with a new kind of video. This suggestion was sent in by Tolvior, so thank you, Tolvior, who asked in response to my In the Bag video about making a smaller bag more beginner friendly. And so that's just what I did today. I put together my small, like hip-sized bag with some discs, and in order to simulate being beginner friendly, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to shoot left-handed, so that'll be funny to watch, and just see how some of these discs work. Alright, let's go check it out. Alright, so the first disc that I pulled out here is going to be my Emac Truth. The Emac Truth is a very straight disc, and I figured that for a beginner, it would end up being a little bit more overstable. This hole goes to the right, so I was really hoping for a little bit more fade than any of the other holes, and it worked out pretty well. Threw it, probably got it to about circle's edge, looking right at the basket. So definitely the Emac Truth is a disc that I advise any beginner to maybe start out with. Left me with this putt, left-handed. There was no way that I was going to make it. I think I putt with a deputy there, but the release just wasn't clean at all. The deputy is a putter that it's a little bit more understable than some of the other putters, so for people just starting out, it might glide a little bit better towards the chains, not hyzer out on longer putts like that, is why I included it in the bag. And here, I was about to just put it in with the regular right-handed putt, but had to stick with the left-handed, and in it goes. Moving on to hole 2. This one's behind a big wall of trees in front of you, so I figured I would try and throw a driver here. I included 2 in my bag, which I'll throw. This first one is a Witness. It's probably the flippiest driver that I own, and if I was to throw it right-handed, it would just turn right over almost to be a roller. So I figured that for a beginner, you want to have lower speed drivers and you want to have more understable discs. Here, just throwing left-handed, released it at the wrong angle, but you kind of saw that it went straight for quite a ways. I just wasn't lined up correctly. Then I went and grabbed my Maverick, which is a little bit more stable, but still a lower speed driver, still a flippy driver, just to see what it would do here. And again, I was not set up on the right angle, and I pulled it, but it did go pretty straight for a while. So I'd recommend those 2 drivers for people who are looking for their first driver. And here's me just throwing a terrible right-handed flick upshot. If you know me, you know that I normally throw right-hand backhand and left-hand forehand. So I'm just trying to do all of my opposite shots, and that's another bad upshot. But it does go to show, beginners throw it at a lot of trees, and if I'm beginning to throw with my left hand, I guess I can expect to hit trees again. So here I am throwing. I guess this would be my 3rd shot for the putt. Got to get the good camera angle here. See that putt go in, even though you can't actually see the chains. So again, this time I grabbed my Warden, which is the putter that I normally putt with, just day to day. And putting left-handed is hard. So I just picked up the other putter that I had thrown up and immediately drilled it. Alright, next hole. This one, I needed to do a turnover shot here, just with that wall of trees there. But I wasn't really able to do it there. And it kind of reminded me that beginners really, you want to work on throwing flat and straight to start, rather than trying turnover shots. You can kind of develop bad habits that way. And also, you might not find a disc that works really well to do a turnover with. That was a pretty flippy driver, and it still hyzered out on me way over here to the right. You see the basket now is off there to the left, and I would have needed to bend it around those trees, but throwing the driver there was a mistake, just because it didn't have enough speed to do a turnover. And there it is, way off on the other fairway. You see the next tee box right there. So here I am throwing another mid-range that I recommend, which is the Warrant. It's a little bit flippier than an Emac Truth, and when you just throw smooth and straight like that, it's pretty point and shoot. So another great beginner disc. Yep, point and shoot, and here I am probably about 15 feet away with that upshot. And another putt. Man, maybe I should learn how to putt left-handed. Hole 4, this one's pretty uphill. There's another group off to the left there. Wanted to make sure they were out of the way before I threw. But I'm throwing the Witness again, wanting to get a little bit more glide up the hill. But I just wanted to throw straight and flat, and actually that's what I was able to do there. Not like the last hole where I was trying to turn it over, just throwing it straight and flat. That flippy disc did end up going pretty straight for me, so the Witness, it's a good disc. It looks like it was a pretty clear and open putt, but that bush, there were a lot of sticks in the way, or at least that's what I'm going to say. I'll just tap in here and move on to my last hole. I did a short loop at Valmont here. I'll probably do a full 18-hole walkthrough coming soon, but I wanted to show off some of these other discs. I think that's the Witness right there that I threw directly into a tree. Here is a Warrant. Again, this is that flippy, slightly understable mid-range. Just throw it straight, and that's exactly what I did. A little bit of an ace run there. This is a super short hole. But the other thing that I wanted to show you guys was, as a beginner, don't be afraid to throw your putters. Oh, we got an Emac. Throw that right into the trees. Because some of these higher speed discs, they're harder to control as you're learning. And when you're trying to learn how to throw straight shots, the disc that's most easily going to teach you how to do that are going to be your lower speed discs right down to your putters. And you'll see here that I've hit the bushes a bunch of times, and I really only start to shoot well once I'm shooting my putters here. This is the Deputy. That's another putter. Had a little bit too much anhyzer on it, so it started to drift to the left. But here are two shots coming up with my Wardens, just focusing on a straight reach back and pulling through straight right at the chains. So first one here, pretty good. Came out pretty clean. and it was pretty close to the basket, so I broke one of my normal rules, which is never throw one of your putting putters. So it was the last disc left in my bag, and I just really wanted to throw it. And actually hit that line, and I don't know if you can see it, but it bounced right off the top of the basket. I was pretty excited about that, and you know, I haven't gotten an ace in a couple years, so I was really excited that I might have aced something left-handed, but that'll be for another time. So if you liked this video and want more, please leave a comment, like, probably subscribe. I'll be putting out more disc golf content. And thanks for watching.